Hello, everybody. Welcome to, I guess it's Tuesday, tax day in America. That's so.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Today we're gonna be visiting Lucerne. So we're thrilled about that. So we're gonna take this journey through this charming city of Lucerne, Switzerland, surrounded by beautiful Lake Lucerne and incredibly beautiful mountains. What I like to call is a human scale city with a beautiful historic town, cobbled streets, lots of shopping, little boutiques, beautiful historic old part of the city. Uh, Lots of remnants of 14th century bridges and walls. It's all surrounded by this incredibly beautiful landscape that is, to me, just incredible. And then, this city, it's always interesting for me that many years ago, 100 years ago, as people started to travel around the world, Lucerne was always part of this great European journey. Started in Rome and it would go to Paris and it would stop in Switzerland and go to Lucerne. It would work its way down to Italy and Rome. And it's what people did, right? And they traveled for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Can we do that now? No, I don't think so. Maybe when we retire. But anyway, it's a lovely place for your clients to spend a good 3 nights exploring the town, just soaking up this beautiful Swiss atmosphere. Maybe visit a couple of towns nearby. Be blown away by this incredible alpine beauty. It's a place that's very well connected by rail to the rest of Europe. If those of you aren't aware of it, and it's a town that's meant for walking. It's not a town that you need to worry about Uber or taxis, having a car. So that's a wonderful thing about it. And we have some folks from Lucerne here, and I don't know if this is true, but it's quote officially called the most beautiful city in Switzerland. So
it definitely is.
Okay, all right, good. That's like to know. So it's a city that's located right in the center of Switzerland, and the population of the city itself is a little over 80,000. But if you consider all of the environment around it, all of the surrounding towns, the population goes up to about almost 250,000 people. And its origins go back to Roman times. Again, those darn Italians, those Romans, they worked as the Roman Empire expanded and they worked their way north. The influence that they had on every country that they entered in was clearly felt. So, but by the 13th century, it became a trading center. Lucerne became a big trading center, and then it also became an independent region. And then it joined, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it joined the Swiss Confederation, and today that's where we find the modern country of Switzerland. The official language is German, but the main spoken language is a little different from German, right? It's a little Swiss German. The city has, for me, it's important. I'm sure for your clients as well, has lots of great restaurants where you'll find terrific Alpine cuisine, as well as several Michelin-starred restaurants, whether it's a 1-star, 2-star restaurant. And if you love cheese, which I do, I think all of you now know that I love cheese, that this is a place to be. You'll have your pick, the region's most famous dish, fondue. Another dish that I love to make at home. It's a fun dish. If nobody knows how to do this and you've never done it, raclette is a fun dish to have with lots of family and friends around you. Try a delicious dish that I love. I can't often find it in the United States. Is rosti. It's a potato dish. So here we go. And of course, chocolate. So anyway, and also good wine. So local wines from the region. So that was just my little bit of history, and now I just want to let you know today's weather is beautiful in the 60s. It's kind of been almost summer-like. I understand yesterday it was almost a warm day uh, in Lucerne. The summer starts around mid-June and goes on through mid-September. It's high season, also in the wintertime during the ski season. Um, you do get quite a bit of snow in the winter, so that's definitely a good thing. Wonderful holiday markets, so that's another beautiful time to go there, and it's a lovely feeling in the air with these beautiful Christmas markets that you can visit. And we're going to be introducing you to Celine. Hello, Celine, and Melanie. Hello, Melanie.
Hello.
And I'm going to pass this now over to Francesco. And
Hello.
from there, we can start the webinar.
Of course. Hello everybody. Welcome. As Tom said, today we're traveling to beautiful Lucerne. The idea is always to introduce you guys to the next, or at least what we feel is strategically a very important new destination that you be aware of, or at least new to us, and something that sort of works very, very well among the many destinations you're already serving and offering your clients. Now, we are going to move quickly from this first introduction to actually present you a beautiful property that it's going to be featured here today. As Tom mentioned, we have Celine from the tourism board, and also, of course, Melanie from the Hotel Villa Honeck. We usually sort of present destination first, and then we highlight the hotel properties. But today we decided to switch around because why not? We can do that. So we are here to mix that up. So,
and I just, before you start, Francesco, we were saying I think we've got some attendees today that aren't familiar with us.
Who we are, because then, of course, on top of Lucerne is like, who these crazy people bothering you? This is GT Experiences. This is who we are. So if you already work with us or you're planning to do so, and hopefully you are, we are a service tour operator working with, of course, Europe, Israel, and North Africa. We are, think of us as a tailor of your tourism experience. Everything that we do is completely custom made to your client's specification. It can be as little as a couple and as big as a group of 100 people. Doesn't really matter. Our expertise, the expertise of the owners, of Gianni and Tom, and our beautiful staff that we have here in our offices here in New Jersey as well as in Italy, allow us to really basically go out there and create a very unique experience. In fact, and this is the segue to the Hotel Villa Honeck, this is exactly the type of hotels that we usually like to offer our client, not necessarily a chain hotel, something that it's really in the way also is presented. It has almost this tradition feel to it, and it goes far and beyond of what could be a normal, beautiful hotel experience. And having said that, I want to present you now with Melanie from Hotel Villa Honeck, which I believe is a property that overlooks, if I'm right, face Lucerne. So it's a beautiful place to actually take a breath and actually see the entire lake and Lucerne from a distance. So I'll shut up, as my wife always tells me, say after a long speech, shut up, Francesco, you talk too long. And welcome to our webinar. Hi, Melanie.
Thank you for introducing. Thank you for having me. Well, I'm Melanie. I'm working as a reservation supervisor at the Hotel Villa Honeck, which is a beautiful, unique property with only 27 rooms located on a little mountain above Lake Lucerne. We do not have an exact view on Lucerne, but we do have a view overlooking the lakes and a different part of the lake. As I said, we are a very small boutique hotel with only 27 rooms. Which makes us very, very tiny, small boutique. You can rent not only a room, but also the whole hotel for an event. For example, we have a couple of weddings throughout the year, or little seminars, people who are actually renting the whole hotel. And our rooms are rather contemporary, very, very interesting, located on either the mountain side or the lake side of the hotel. Almost every room has a balcony and or a little terrace, which makes it also very comfortable to sit outside, not only in summer, but also in winter times. Of course, a very popular view is overlooking the lakes, but also if you're facing the mountains, you have the evening sun, which is also very nice to have. Something very unique with us is our infinity pool. We have a rather lovely pool overlooking the lake. So if you dive in the water, then you can swim outside and you have the feeling of kind of swimming into the Lake Lucerne. Well, located on 914 meters is also rather funny because sometimes when it's very cloudy, you can see the clouds on the lakes, but not with us. So we have blue skies and you're kind of walking on clouds if you're stepping outside your hotel room and you can see the clouds on the lake, but we still have sun. We do have one restaurant and a lovely terrace. Of course, the terrace is only open in winter times, but the restaurant's open throughout the year. In winter times, we have a special which is called the Honigkhütli. We have a little wooden hut outside where you can have cheese fondue or fondue chinoise, which is actually a meat fondue, and only open in winter times. In summer times, when the terrace is open, then we serve local food or food from the region, but not too heavy. We focus on local ingredients. We have a brand new head chef, Nadine. She just took over the position, and she's only in her mid-20s, and started this season with her team. And we're really looking forward for this summer and the season to come, and hope we have many reservations from you and your guests.
Awesome.
We prepared a little video which we'd like to show you. And
absolutely, I loved it. Actually, I was seeing what you were talking about, especially the infinity pool. People will see now. It's quite spectacular. It's unfair, actually, especially when it's windy day. Okay, let's see.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, this is the terrace from the
This
pool.
is a spa.
The spa area, and this is where you can swim outside, and this is the view from our pool. It's heated throughout the year with 34 degrees, so even in winter times it's nice, cozy and warm. We do have treatment rooms. Obviously, we offer massages, treatments. We have one sauna, one steam bath. And this is the view. This is our little hotel garden. We use actually the herbs from there for our kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Oh my Lord.
It looks actually like that, yeah.
Is the restaurant open also to the outside? People can come and dine there?
Yeah, it's not only open for residents, but also for the public. Yes, exactly. This is the reception area from us. This is our chimney room, the only room where you can smoke inside. Otherwise, you need to go outside, obviously, to smoke.
Yeah.
And this is one of our rooms. The design is rather similar to all the rooms. Some are more greenish, some are more brownish, some are more grayish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. So, teach me, because I'm a little bit slow. So the little town that we saw, or whatever underneath, there was the balcony, and you saw something underneath. What is that? That's not Lucerne. What is that?
That is the village of Burgs and Ennetbergen. This is the village where the hotel is kind of belongs to.
Gotcha.
We are about by car. We're about 25 minutes away from Lucerne. You can get us. Okay. You can get to us by public transportation easily from Lucerne. We're not directly in Lucerne, but we have a nice view overlooking the same lake.
That's the village. Oh, so that's halfway.
Yeah.
So I'm geographically challenged.
It's our restaurant.
I'm in tourism.
Inside area, yeah.
Wow.
We have a little fitness room with a nice view.
Oh.
And again, the pool.
Really spectacular. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic!
It
Awesome.
is. We
So let me ask you a couple of quick questions before
Sure.
we move on to talk about Lucerne. So we talked about, of course, this is a shot in the summer, but during the winter, no, I'm guessing because you're that close to the to the mountain, is that also a good option to come to you to to make a base for a ski experience, for a winter experience? How far are the slopes and things like that?
we are not directly connected to a skiing resort, but we're about 40 minutes away from Engelberg, which is the largest skiing area in central Switzerland. Or there's also a little skiing area called Klevenalp, which is a little closer. You can get there, well, tricky with public transportation, but you can if you have rental car. We're very flexible. You're very flexible to go to different skiing resorts, so you don't have to go to one resort while you're staying, but you can visit more resorts which are rather close by.
Melanie, we had a couple of questions from some of the
just see that
we hiking trails, connecting rooms.
Exactly. Directly on the mountain, there are a couple of hiking trails you can do. There is, for example, the Hammetschwandlift, which is an outdoor elevator. You can walk there from the hotel in about half an hour. You can take the lift up to the peak of the mountain and walk down. You can circle the mountain also within 2 hours. We do have connecting rooms for families. Usually there are 2 superior rooms with an interconnecting door, which makes it quite comfortable for families. We do have rooms or suites with a sofa bed where we can accommodate children or adults, actually. And let me just have a look what else there is.
I think there was a question about balconies.
All our hotels do have balconies. All our rooms do have balconies. Some of them have a terrace. The terrace is obviously larger than the balcony. You can sit outside, and the lakeside is again more popular, but also the Alpine view has its benefits with the evening sun, for example. And you can order room service, and if you have a room with a balcony, you can sit outside and have your private little breakfast on the terrace with a very nice view overlooking the lakes.
Wow!
Yeah. Well, something
Instagram.
What is the style? What's the style of the cuisine in the restaurant?
We do not have Michelin star yet, who knows? But we do have 15 points on the Gummio points. And again, we have we focus on local ingredients and have a nice brand new head chef who's creating the menu now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we actually you saw the pictures with the little bees and the chef who was in the garden. That's actually our herbal garden, which is next to the hotel, and we're actually using the herbs from the garden within our menu.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, something special about the restaurant or the breakfast is that we do serve a breakfast. We do serve breakfast. We do not have a buffet breakfast, so you order a la carte, and we have breakfast until 2:00 in the afternoon. So for everybody who wants to sleep a bit longer, you can come and have breakfast with us a little longer. But the checkout though is still 12:00. But some people usually using the pool in the mornings to fully enjoy the view again, and then after you finished with you enjoyed the view, you enjoyed the pool, you go up for breakfast, and you can relax another couple of hours with a nice view and enjoy our breakfast until 2.
Melanie, although you only have 27 rooms, which is fabulous, so it gives a real wonderful feel when you come to the hotel. The question often is, how many categories of rooms do you have?
Well, we do have 12 categories, which is quite a lot. But it's very difficult to have them all in one category. We do have rooms. Well, the main difference is the Alpine view or the lake view, and then the rooms differ in the size. Of course, we have the entry levels, which are the classic rooms with lake view or Alpine view with balcony or with terrace. And then we have the superior rooms again with mountain view or with lake view, balcony, terrace. We have junior suites and suites.
And we're going to send everyone today a fact sheet in the next days on the property, so you get a sense of what it is that the hotel has put together, so you'll understand the room categories, the spa, all of it.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll forward that to you in the next couple of days.
I can just see that the maximum occupancy is, well, it's usually 2 people per room. Some of the rooms can accommodate 2 up to 4 people. The suites can accommodate 4 people.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much. We will. We want to thank you, and if we know you might have to be pressed by time. You have to leave us. Leave us anytime. No, we are not gonna hold it against you. I will hate you. Doesn't matter. There's better things to do. But now let's find out really what this Lucerne beautiful city is all about. And so we're moving into exploring beautiful Lucerne. Hello, Celine. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Lucerne.
Perfect.
I'm actually sitting in the city center. It's beautiful weather out here. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what we did with Celine, just again to change things around and do something that we haven't done it before, we said, you know what, it's one of those cities that you can Google it until you die. You can see a lot of pictures, but it's a privilege to actually walk around with none other than Celine in the city of Lucerne. So short of taking a plane and landing there and go and see it, we did the next best thing. So Celine was nice enough to record herself walking around. And so exactly what we're going to do. We're going to walk around with her, and she's going to tell us a little bit what we are seeing. So you have a little bit of sense of what this little cozy town has to offer to you and to your guests. So if it's okay with you, Celine, I'll start the video and you can tell us what we are seeing. So let's go for a walk. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Let me open
it. Next to. I mean, it's so beautiful. When I was looking at the video, I said to Melanie, "Can you please book me a room as well? I want to spend
I know that everyone felt the exact same way.
Which, by the way, we always tell the agent that there are different options. I'm sure there are beautiful hotels downtown Lucerne, but the idea of to have this ability to actually visit the cities, do your hiking, and then have this little retreat with this amazing view of the sky, it's another option. Some people might like to want to be in the city, but I thought as you kindly sort of brought us these beautiful properties, that also it's a beautiful option to actually take in the entire sort of lake region. So let's start with you walking around.
Yes. So we're starting in the city center. So our famous site is actually the water tower and the chapel bridge. And Lucerne is really a small city. It's a boutique town, so everything is walkable. So we're heading back to the train station now.
Exactly.
So inside the train station, important for you to know, in Switzerland, all the stores are closed on Sundays. And in Lucerne, the train station, the shops in the train station are open every day, all year round. So if you need a pharmacy or a grocery store, the train station is your place to go on public holidays or on Sundays. And I'm
just refresh our memory. Sorry, so train-wise, connected to the major cities, for example, to Zurich. How far was it?
It's only 1 hour. So Lucerne is really in the center. I like to call it the heart of Switzerland. So only 1 hour to the airport, 1 hour to Bern, which is our capital, Basel, 1 hour. It's really well connected.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a great hub as well.
An incredible scenery on the train as you're going from one city to another. So
yes, yeah, it doesn't feel like a transfer. It's always a panoramic train in a way.
Right.
Yeah. So what you're seeing in the video now is the so-called Markthalle. It's market hall. So their concept is basically that they want to bring a farmers market to life every day. So 365 days you can buy cheese from local farmers in the area, vegetables and fruits. And actually, in my opinion, they have the best coffee. So before you start doing your walking tour, grab a cupcake, a coffee, and you're all set to experience the city center. It's pretty new, also perfect to grab something to bring back home for your families and friends. Yeah. And then outside the train station, what you see, we call it the arch. It's part of the old train station, which burned down, and they managed to save this part. And it's now, when I meet my friends, we always say, let's meet at the arch.
The arch.
And then so Friday evening, everyone is waiting for their friends there. And just next to the train station, so that's the train station, but next to it is the concert and convention center.
Is that it?
That's no, the other side. If you go back a bit.
Yeah.
Or I mean, maybe she's turning the camera into this direction again.
I'll do it again. I'm here for you.
To the right.
Okay, I think you're gonna see it in a second.
Yes. So this one.
So this is the concert hall.
The KKL Lucerne. It's the concert and convention hall. So there's a big history about music in Lucerne. So a lot of classical music. We have a big festival in September every year. And also in the same building is the Art Museum of Lucerne.
Wow.
And also
so right outside the train station, you arrive, concert hall, a museum, downstairs the market. You need to do 3 steps and that's it.
Exactly. Yes. It's really why I love Lucerne so much. It has a lot to offer, but everything is in walking distance. I'm living in Lucerne since 5 years and I hardly ever take a bus. It's much faster to just walk or cycle. Yes. Yeah. And still a lot of history. Yeah, let's move on.
No, it's awesome. So this was the former entrance of the burned down.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And next to, or actually surrounding the arch are all the buses. So when you're staying in a hotel in Lucerne, in the city, and actually some hotels in the outskirts, you get a visitor card and all the public transportation in the city center are free of charge. They're included. And you get discounts for museums and mountain railways as well with the visitor card. So that's a nice, a nice addition. You ask at the reception, or actually they just give it to you without even asking.
So here you're pointing out as something unique.
Yes, that's the Chapel Bridge and the water tower where we actually started. It's the famous site in Lucerne, and I believe it's the second most photographed site in Switzerland after the Matterhorn. And the building we just zoomed in is the Gutsch. You will see it in the end. It's my favorite viewpoint, and I will be taking you there.
I agree. I saw the video. I agree.
Yeah,
Wholeheartedly.
it's beautiful.
Really is. All right.
One of the questions was how far is the old town from the train station?
It's actually in front of me. Like in the video now is the water tower and the white buildings. Just across the street is the old town. So it's a 5-minute walk from the train station. It's really close. Yeah. And you also saw, or you're seeing now, the boat pier. So Lucerne, as Tom mentioned in the beginning, is situated by Lake Lucerne. So the boats are a connection from the city to the mountains. The mountain you see in the back now, which looks a bit like a pyramid, is Mount Rigi. So to give you an idea, it's a 40-minute boat ride to the valley station of Mount Rigi. And then Europe's oldest mountain railway will take you to the top within half an hour. So within 1 hour, 15 minutes, you're from the city center on top of a mountain, surrounded by green meadows, cows, nature.
And you didn't have to walk 1 step. That's
Yeah, exactly.
it's Lazy Mountain.
Yes. It's really Lucerne. Some people, they call Lucerne also Swiss miniature, because you have all of what you expect in Switzerland. You can find it also in this area. You see on this side is all the 5-star hotels. So Hotel Schweizerhof is a family-owned hotel. Run in the 5th generation and situated just by the lake. It's again like 5 minutes from the train station. And then just next to it is the Grand Hotel National.
Which one is that? It's the one in front of the boat?
Yeah, go a bit further. If you play the video a bit further. It's this one, the white Hotel National, Grand Hotel National. They are getting new rooms, they are renovating, and they are getting additional rooms now. And then the last 5-star, we have 3 5-star hotels in the city center, is the Mandarin Oriental Palace. So it's an old building, but it was reopened in 2020 as a Mandarin Oriental.
Gotcha.
And along the lakeside is also a beautiful promenade. So you can walk from the city center about half an hour, and you will be ending up in the Swiss Museum of Transport. It's a huge museum all about public transportation and the trains, the boats. It's very interactive and really a lot of fun. It's not this typical museum. It's great for families and for kids as well.
So what I'm seeing right now, this is the old part of Lucerne, am I right?
Yes, so now, exactly. So the train station is more in the newer part. Now we've crossed the big bridge, and this is now sort of where we enter the old town.
That's beautiful view.
Yeah, exactly. And Fitz now is actually the place where you would board the train to Rigi. It's a beautiful lakeside village.
Nice.
So yeah, now I'm walking into the old town, but my recommendation here, don't go in the morning, do the old town in the afternoon, because in the morning there's lots of cars because of deliveries for the restaurants and shops. Normally the old town is car free. So really do the mountain excursion or a cruise in the morning, and then the old town in the afternoon. Yes, you see Chapel Bridge again, and behind Chapel Bridge you see another mountain. That's Mount Pilatus, our house mountain or the Dragon Mountain. There's lots of legends about dragons, and this mountain you can reach within 1 hour from the city center of Lucerne.
Oh, lovely.
It's a bus ride and then a gondola up to the top. And in winter, in summer, you can combine it with a cogwheel ride and a boat ride as well. So it's a bit higher than Mount Rigi. Feels very much like you're in the middle of the Swiss Alps. It's a beautiful excursion, especially also in summer with the cogwheel train. It's actually the steepest cogwheel train in the world, and highly recommendable to stay up there. They have 2 hotels. And if you stay up there in the evening, it's just hotel guests, no other tourists. And the sunset and the sunrise is just stunning.
And if I remember correctly, isn't it Cesar Ritz, the founder of the Ritz Hotel, some of the best properties in Europe? Didn't he start his career practically in the city?
Very much possible, but I'm not really into the hotel history, but very much possible. Actually, back in the days where all the 5-star hotels were, there was water, and once tourism picked up and started in Lucerne, they built this pier in order to build the hotels. So there was a lot of water when Lucerne wasn't that touristy yet. So tourism is a big. So those are so now we're on the Chapel Bridge, and these are pictures or paintings actually, because Lucerne is a Catholic city, and the paintings were for educational reasons for the locals, because they didn't go to school back in the day. So when they went to church, so the Chapel Bridge sort of connects the chapel and the church, which we will see later in the video. That's why it's called Chapel Bridge. So people could go to church. They were protected even when it was rainy. And the paintings were also, they had an educational reason. But unfortunately, in 1993, the bridge burned and a lot of the paintings were destroyed. Luckily, the locals in Lucerne, they managed to rebuild the bridge, because it's just, it's iconic and definitely very important for tourism as well. This is now the old town. So I really recommend to stay or to eat in one of the restaurants along the river. It's a beautiful view over the Chapel Bridge and Mount Pilatus in the background. And they have a brewery as well. There's a brewery. It's called Rathaus Brauerei. They brew their own beer. And it's true, it's not just a legend. There is one restaurant that has a direct pipeline from the brewery into their
Wow.
restaurant.
Wow.
Underneath the city.
Perfect place to get wasted. Awesome. Perfect. This looks beautiful. Let me ask you, when you shot this video, when was it? February?
When was it? I think it was beginning of March.
March, right?
Yes.
No, because
yes.
the question I was gonna ask you, some of these restaurants along the things usually have like, you can dine out. Or do they have like this,
Yes.
the little sort of exactly? That's what I thought.
So this is, I think it was 9:00 in the morning. So the restaurants weren't open, but normally when you go after work or for lunch, it's full of people because it's a really sunny spot there. Yes.
Yeah, I really
And
have
again,
a sense of it.
Yeah.
It's very sort of quaint, sort of welcoming and sort of relaxed town with this beautiful backdrop. It really is stunning.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever I walk through the city on a day when it's like clear sky and you can see all the mountains in the background, it really looks a bit like in a painting, I have to say. Yeah. And a lot of culture. Just on the left side now would be the theater of Lucerne. So besides the concert hall, there's a big theater as well. And in front of me is now the Jesuit church. It's the first Baroque church in Switzerland. And I will talk about this later on, but during the Light Festival, there is shows inside the church as well.
Oh, wow.
So
that's the church?
That's the church, yes. And it's open, it's free of charge to enter. So you can go and have a look inside as well. Yeah, it's a very impressive building in the city center.
I forgot to ask, how many people do actually live in Lucerne? How big?
It's about 80,000.
80,000.
It's like a small town. Yeah.
It's very small. Yeah.
It's great.
Someone asked about the restaurants, if they're closed during a particular season. No. So in Lucerne, everything is open. The shops are closed on Sunday, but hotels and museums and restaurants, there is no season where they're closed, like with
it's not a resort. It's not a resort.
No, exactly. It's a city. Yeah. So yeah, as I think Tom or Francesco mentioned it already, our high season is from June to September. And then really the low season where we have less tourists and it's a bit more quiet is from November to March. But everything is still open. So also a beautiful time to visit with the Christmas markets, and you have snow on the mountains. Even if you're not skiing, there's plenty to do, really.
If I may, I'm going to say something about our agents. So they have a really sense. This video was shot in real time, so we edited it because we don't want to show the whole thing. But I can tell you that from the actual train station to here, it took less than half an hour. So it's a very, very walkable, manageable town. Really small.
Yeah, I would say from here from the train station across the bridge, and then through. Even if you walk through the old town, which we now didn't, it would be like 15 minutes to get to this point. And you covered already the chapel bridge, the Jesuit church. You saw the mountain scenery. The concert and convention center. It's really small. It's walkable.
I meant to ask you: do you actually have sort of, because I see some of these little shop sort of local sort of artisans? Is Lucerne known for any specific sort of artisanal work? Some people are known for leather.
I wouldn't say for artisan. What we're famous for is our carnival.
Okay.
And
perfect.
the masks that the people are carving and painting and creating for carnival, that's something. Yeah.
Are they carved in wood, or they're like
wood or some sort, not plastic. I don't know the English word, but it's a bit like
paper. Is it paper like?
Sort of paper, and then it's sticky, and you have to just
paper
put
mache.
it on yes. Awesome. And then you paint it, and you put hair, So that's the art that we're doing.
It's like Venice, the Venetian mask.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, the little Venice. You're the little.
Yes. Yeah. Now we're sort of walking out of the old town, and sort of into the direction of the so-called Bruchquartier. So this is an area where you have lots of small bars. It's a bit an alternative local community there. So lots of nice stores as well. These are two museums. So in Lucerne, we have lots of different museums, from history to art. I mentioned the Swiss Museum of Transport. And we also have a museums pass that gives you access to all the museums within 2 days. And there is a Swiss travel pass, a ticket that allows you to travel on the public transport all over Switzerland, and all the museums, over 500 museums in Switzerland, are included.
Boshit, zooming in, what is this?
Now, this is the Musec wall. It's one of the only remaining fortification walls in Switzerland. And we will see it once we're up higher a bit, we will see it better. It has 9 towers, 3 of them can be climbed, and it's open from April to November and free of charge as well to visit. So there's lots of sites in Lucerne that are free of charge, and you can just go and enjoy. And also the Musec wall is a beautiful viewpoint. It's amazing.
It was built the same time as the bridge, right? It's about the same period. It's that medieval period.
Exactly. And actually the bridge used to be part of the fortification wall. So while you walk over the bridge, you've probably noticed that one side was higher than the other, like the how do you say, the fence or the
wall.
Because it was part of the fortification wall. So the side that is facing the lake to protect was higher than the side that is facing the old town.
Okay, so we are
just looking at the question, how much time is needed in Lucerne? I mean, depends what you want to see, but at least 2 nights to have 1 day in the city and then do 1 mountain excursion and the lake cruise. But as we mentioned in the beginning, Lucerne is a really great hub. So even if you have clients, they want to go to, I saw someone mentioned the Bernese Oberland. That's a 1-hour train ride or 2-hour train ride. You're in Interlaken, and you can still, if you want to go to Jungfraujoch, which is quite a famous excursion in Switzerland, you can do it from Lucerne. Or if you want to go to Ticino, which is the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland, there's a panoramic train which takes you there, and you can do it in 1 day as well. So it's a great hub.
Celine, my view is that Lucerne is so well situated that you can actually spend 5-6 days there and use it as a hub to go to lots of different places. You don't have to pack and unpack. The train system runs really well and very, very often. And the train ride, within an hour, you're somewhere that feels very different, and you can get back in time for dinner.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That's what I always say. Even if you want to experience the trains, you can do that by having your base in Lucerne and just do the day trips. It's super easy. Yeah, perfect.
So what are we watching? What are we seeing here on your phone?
So I wanted to show you this SBB app, the train app. So it's super easy. You just type in where you are, or if you want to go from Lucerne, you type in Lucerne and you type in the place you want to go. Say we want to go to Zurich, and then you press enter and you see all the different connections. And the app is free of charge. So these are all the different connections. And if you want, you can buy a ticket. You have to add your credit card, and then you can buy the ticket on the app. And I had to do this in order to get up to the viewpoint. But again, if you have the visitor card, this little funicular that we're now taking is included. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But just to know, if you're in Switzerland, you're traveling by public transportation, you can use this SBB app. It's for boats, for trains, buses, everything.
All right.
And Sally is asking if I'm taking you to the Line Monument. No, so the Line Monument would be on the other side of the city, which would be like a 15-minute walk. So this is a bit further away. but a beautiful and very famous monument in Lucerne as well.
All right. One more.
And now we're heading up to Gütsch. That was the white castle that we zoomed in the beginning and during the tour.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, from up there, you have the best view over the city and the lake and the mountains in the surrounding area. As I said, the funicular is free of charge if you have the visitor card or also this Swiss travel pass. It's like a 1-minute ride.
The things again, I can have, it's amazing about even this walk. We didn't stage it. You were there was no waiting, you were walking around, everything folks just really like
it's
go down and just look at that beautiful, oh my god.
Yeah, now you see the Musac wall a bit better. You see the different towers, you see the wall.
That's the castle, no? Or whatever it is. And what am I seeing in the distance? That tower.
That's the Musac wall, the fortification wall with the 9 towers. Yes, the 9 towers. And actually, if you're there and you visit the Musac wall, there's a small farm just behind the Musac wall as well. They sell local cheese, local bread. They have animals, so it's a lovely place for to stop by for a coffee as well. And so the Gütsch Hotel, where we're heading now, is a 4-star hotel. So it's not just a restaurant; it's a hotel, and some compare it a bit to the Disney Castle. It looks a bit similar. And also another hotel room recommendation similar to the Gütsch, because it's also reachable by funicular, would be the Hotel Montana, which is behind all the 5-star hotels. So Hotel Montana is it's a 4-star hotel overlooking the lake and the city as well. So those are 2 additional hotel recommendations.
All right, let's get ready. I know it's coming.
I mean, the day I was there was also just amazing.
Perfect day.
The castle, and there was even a guy cleaning before we arrived, so it was perfect.
You wanted to look beautiful.
Exactly. I called him. Could you please? No, I'm just kidding.
Extraordinary.
And you see, maybe also for elderly people or people that are in a wheelchair, Lucerne is very accessible. So you have even the chapel bridge. There's a little elevator that's possible to access with a wheelchair as well.
There we go.
Yeah,
I can start seeing it.
Yeah, beautiful terrace, and again, it's next to a forest, so just surrounded by nature. This is the official photo spot, the Grand Tour.
Yeah.
You will find signs like this all over Switzerland.
Of course.
It's a Grand Tour of Switzerland. Yeah, and behind the amazing view.
Really, really spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, amazing. And the thing is, again, it feels you own the town. I mean, honestly, this walk in the middle of, again, not planned. You are away from crowds. You just have all the time in the world to take the whole scenery in, to explore. It's really remarkable.
Yes. Yeah, and the way to go is just really walk around. You will explore so many places and small alleys and that are not crowded. There is hotspots, of course. We have a lot of tourists in summer, but as soon as you take one step left, you're away from the crowds and really where the locals are. Yeah. And this is the terrace that in summer is open. You can grab a drink. It's a restaurant also, freshly renovated. Yeah, I even had to take pictures, although I go up there quite often. But every time when I walk to work, I have to take pictures of the chapel bridge. Although I pass by every day, but it's just it's so beautiful. Yes. So that's my favorite spot, and with that, I ended my tour. But
amazing. Thank you. Very pretty. Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Tom.
No, I was just wondering, is this the end of we're close?
Yes. There we go. She says bye, goodbye. We'll wait for you. There you go. Done. Perfect.
It was
Now-
a beautiful day that you did this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yes.
So- Okay. So now we wanted to also, quickly overview some of those specific little activities or things to go to do in and around Lucerne to complete the picture. We saw what the town has to offer, again, just from a simple, walk through to the actual sort of more purpose. And Tom and I are really fan of this sort of boat cruise. Can you just tell us more about, this ability to actually explore and see the town from the water, I guess?
Exactly. So there's multiple options. There's the option of doing it and connecting it with a mountain excursion, like I mentioned, Mount Rigi or Mount Pilatus are the two most popular ones. There's the option of doing a 1-hour round trip where you head out and then do sort of a circle on the lake. And another option is to have lunch on the boat. So every day, all around the year, there's a lunch cruise departing at 12 o'clock and returning 1:45. And there's a restaurant like you see in the picture. So you can combine this lake cruise with lunch. And they have a brand new product launching actually today in 30 days exactly, which is a steamboat experience, very exclusive. So you see on the left pictures in the background, you see a steamboat. Normally, they have about 500 people on one steamboat. They operate during summer. But on this specific, it's called Gallia steamboat, there's only going to be a maximum of 60 people. So super exclusive. The product is called Legends of Lake Lucerne, because I mentioned in the beginning, we're in the heart of Switzerland. This is where Switzerland has been founded. So there's a lot of history, stories, and legends, which will be told during the cruise. It's a 5-hour cruise, and you will also be having lunch on the cruise. It's a 5-course meal. Some courses are served seated, and some are like flying lunch, because they really want you to experience the steamboat.
Cool.
So yeah, it's departing every day as of mid-May. And I also mentioned the Gotthard Panorama Express when I was talking about the day excursion to Ticino. It's a combination of a boat ride. It's about a 3-hour boat ride where you will be crossing the whole lake. So from north to south, and then jumping on a train that goes through the old historic Gotthard route. Yes, and someone on the train will explain you also again about history and what you're seeing. So it's a beautiful excursion as well. So it's 5.5 hours, but you arrive in Lugano at 4:45. You can have dinner and then jump again on a train and come back to Lucerne. It's a 2-hour train ride, so a day excursion. And this one, the Lucerne Interlaken Express, is the connection I was mentioning when I talked about the Bernese Oberland or the Jungfraujoch or Schildhorn excursion. Departure is every hour from the train station, direct train to Interlaken, and you will be passing by 5 different lakes. There's a bistro, so also there the option to have lunch or a small snack. And yeah, just a really scenic train ride. Some people do commute there every day, so it's not a bad commute.
No, it's not a bad commute.
No.
It's not a bad commute at all.
Yeah.
And this is
yes, and another new product that we are also launching in about a month is a guided hike to Mount Pilatus, including a Swiss barbecue. So this is the way we go hiking. When we do hiking, we have a barbecue in the end where we grill our sausage, bread, we drink our beer, and we sit together, celebrate the achievement. Although I have to mention, the hike is not really a steep hike. It's more, you see on the left picture, this is the hiking trail. So it's a soft adventure. And there's always a guide with you. They will pick you. So if you book it privately, they will pick you up in the hotel or wherever you want to meet them. They will bring you to the gondola, go up with you to the top, do the hike.
Listen, if it's uphill, it's a hike to me. Doesn't matter how steep it is.
Perfect. Then you've earned the beer and the as well.
And now, some of the events, of course, you mentioned it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So switching the season, I mentioned our lower season and a bit more quiet time is November to March. We actually already start our Christmas market mid-November. So it's not just December that is Christmassy. It's really November already.
Like the US. You like the US.
Yes. And it's a lot of smaller markets in the city center. So you remember the concert and convention center just next to the train station? Mm-hmm. This is where a big ice rink will be, a fondue chalet and food and drinks. And then a bit further, like 2 minutes walking, there's another food and drink market with some local vending stalls. And I would say the biggest Christmas market behind the Jesuit church is opening on 1st of December. So there's lots of things going on. And once Christmas is over, we celebrate the Light Festival Lucerne, because Lucerne is also known as the City of Lights. Because there is a legend that says that there was an angel and he or she pointed down with a sword on one point where now a church, not a Jesuit church, another church is located. So that's why the Light Festival is quite a nice match as well. Right. And it's every year during 10 to 11 days. And I mentioned Carnival already. That's our what we're famous for. It's a big party, big celebration around the Old Town area. We start at 5 a.m. in the morning on Thursday. And then we celebrate until the following Tuesday. So it's crazy time, but a lot of fun for everybody to join. There's 2 big parades as well. Just really authentic experience. So lots of things to do.
Thank you. And we are getting the end of the hour, so we want to let our travel agent, all our guests go. But of course, just so you know, we share a lot of information. We're going to share a lot of them. Just want to reassure our agent that we're going to have, as usual, we're going to have this post in a couple of days on our website, so you can watch it all over again. They're going to see the presentation, and again, we share your contact information, Celine, as well as for the hotels as well, so that everybody can sort of get direct information. And of course, always ask us as well. And of course, now the sweet moment, celebrating the generosity of our host. There's a beautiful night stay hotel, Villa Honeg, and I'm going to we're gonna have awarded to Phyllis Cooper. And then we have our $300 additional commission from GT Experiences to Susan Hag. I can't pronounce the last name, Hakenjo. I somehow the system hates me. I can't pronounce it. Of course, you're not staying in Bordeaux. It's my mistake. I was tired. I never even been to Bordeaux. Of course, it's a beautiful stay in Lucerne. We are not crazy. Thank you very much for participating. Thank you again, Celine, Tom, everybody. We'll see you the next one. Bye.
Thank you very much, everyone. See you in Lucerne.
See you in Lucerne.
Bye.
Great day. Good night.